It's very special to train with Jim. And we thought it would be appropriate to pass on, and we wrote it down for them, some top 10 words of advice for the special Boston Scientific paper. Top 10 words of advice for the new Duke EP Fellows. And so number 10. And actually, Ethan gave me this advice when I was on my first day of fellowship. Know every angle, window, door, and reflection in the EP lab so that you can enter it without Jim seeing you to avoid being recruited for extra work. Very important. Know exactly where to stand. So, number 9.
There was a mask for that.
I still remember you telling me that in the fellows room.
Happy to help.
Number 9 I learned pretty early. When Jim asks you for your help with a patient, there are 2 possible answers. Yes and yes. Along the same lines, remember that it is better to volunteer for extra work than to be recruited, which can be much more painful. Number 8. Oh wait, number 7. When you are in the EP lab, remember that Jim is always listening. In fact, that applies to the whole hospital, probably your house and your car too. We spent a lot of time together, Jim. Number 6, no matter how much you prepare for your cases, Jim will always know more about the patient than you do, and will always ask you a question about the patient or procedure that you don't know the answer to. But number 5 is related to number 6. Don't be upset about Jim's questions, because nobody knows the answers to them. All right. Number 4 is...
making me feel better.
4 more to go. Number 4 is very important for any fellow with Jim. At least once a week or so, you are going to receive an email from Jim that says the words, "Anybody interested in doing this project or paper with me?" Now, the key is, do not respond to these emails impulsively. Either ignore them completely or think about them for a while before you respond, because the wrong answer can entail a lot of work. Number 3, another important pearl for any of Jim's new Duke EP fellows. When Jim kindly asks you, as he did to me the other day, "What are you up to, Darren?" Actually, Ethan told me this too. Always have at least 3 patients who need critical attention, or projects that you're working on at the tip of your tongue. Because Jim's not really asking you what you're up to. He's asking himself, can I give this fellow work immediately? Two more words of advice for new EP fellows.
Did you tell one of the Duke fellows that?
I may have.
Because I emailed them about writing a review paper, and one of them wrote back, "I just met with this fellow, and we're doing this project and that project." And
we did bump into a few at HRS.
Never pick the fellows to go to HR.
That's right. Number 2, beware. Even though Jim appears to be weak and disabled right now, oh no, he actually requested a bionic limb so that he could extend his AF ablations and make fellows suffer more. And the number 1 of the top 10 words of advice for any new Duke EP fellow or any fellow who's trained with Jim, the most important words of advice for any fellow with Jim is to understand the true intention of the long pause. It is actually, has everybody seen Star Wars? It's actually like Jedi Knight training. When you are a beginning fellow, you will break the long pause almost immediately with some sort of ill-thought-out remark. By mid-fellowship, you will likely let the long pause linger a little while before you say something maybe that's better thought out or a better plan of action.
I've never learned.
This is the key. By the end of your fellowship, your goal should be to outpause Jim. I did it the other day.
Good work. Good work.